Hi everyone, and thanks for being here. I'm Julie with Heal to Change. I teach people how to feel better at healing themselves. If you don't make the changes, how do you know if it doesn't work? This is advice that's given to you. It's up to you to make different choices to feel better. So I'm telling you my story, and for some of you that have been following me, for 2 years I've been working on my pregnant 9-month looking stomach by 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I am grain-free, dairy-free, sugar-free, alcohol-free, and I meditate. I've tried many things. Now, mind you, I did this 9 years ago, and everything I tried worked. The enzymes, I have people calling me saying, do enzymes. I did this 9 years ago. I've been doing this my entire life. I know what works. Back then it was enzymes, probiotics, teas, ginger for this, mint. I've had 3 different doctors with their magic herbs, with everything in it that has healed everybody else. It didn't work for me. So this time I've been working on, in the last 2 years. So that was 9 years ago, and it worked. This year I could have the washboard stomach, but I would drink water and I just blow up like a balloon. I, in the meantime, stopped doing exercises because I was so fatigued, and it was actually harming my stomach. It would cause a lot of gas, and I'd build up this air that made it very uncomfortable just in this area. It was like my whole rib cage. It felt like my ribs were like breaking. It was so painful. So just to let you know, so when everyone's giving their opinions, yes, I've tried many things. I've been under different wellness doctors, and I did the cortisol, had the test. I've had tests where I'm not producing. Just to let you know, I did have a fecal test, and it came up that I am not producing enough bacteria to fight off things in my body. So now, with the way I was eating, a lot of that stuff's supposed to kick in, certain vegetables, cooked foods, and the enzymes in a probiotic, but it's not working this time. So I'm here to explain to you why and what I've been working on. So one of the reasons is because it's an emotional trauma, and I've had many healers tell me that it's in my stomach. So you can't see my stomach, but so it's in the pit of my stomach. Whatever's going on, it's right there. And no matter how many healings and how many things I try, unless I go and dive deep inside my mind to figure out what was created many years ago, it's not going to get better. I'm going to keep gaining weight because now I'm going through a spiritual awakening. And what that means is I am being guided. So for some people that said they spoke to God, or people that work with God spoke to them, it does happen. So one of the things I asked 5 years ago, I was really depressed, and I did get myself out of depression. What can I do to be happy 24/7? Do you know that when you're not happy with yourself, everything in your past is shown why you're not happy today? And I've had to go through all my stories, and I've been doing this for the last 2 years. I didn't share this with anybody, but I have a lot of childhood trauma. I wouldn't have thought so. And no matter how many affirmations and how happy and excited life is for me, and how many mantras I did, I had to remove that trauma. Now, this doesn't mean that you're going to have to go through this. A lot of you just want to feel better. You have to let go of judgment and learn to love yourself. And I teach that. But for me, because I asked the question, it's a lot of work. I had to remove and let go of a lot of traumas, childhood issues that I had that made me feel like a loser, made me feel like I wasn't able to do anything right. I felt like I was a bad girl. I felt I just basically I feel like I could not do anything right. Even though I'm successful, I've got a great little boy. I did have unhealthy relationships, and I've had health issues with this bloated stomach. So that health issue is I had to remove something from my childhood, and what that was is I was molested, and as an 8 month old, I had to go back. Now, when I explain this story, this doesn't have anything to do with who you are and if you can heal. You will not have to go back and do this. It's just a question I asked my guides because I am a healer. I'm a Reiki healer and work with energy. So for me, I had to go back and I had to do the inner child work and apologize to my inner child. Um, it was a lot of crying, and I haven't been on my Facebook all week because my eyes were so puffy. I've cried a lot to tell that little girl that she did nothing wrong, and I had to forgive the person. It's not forgiving the person. I actually did forgive the person that did it, and I yelled at him for um, taking what they took away from me. And what it is it's you're forgiving. So I had to forgive them, because if I don't forgive them, I would be holding on to it in my stomach. It would still stay in my stomach. And this happened recently, so we'll have to see how my stomach does. But there's a lot more to it, and I just wanted to explain to you, if any of you have gone through being molested, um, most of us, it would have happened the first 5 years of our life. And then we continue to have things happen later on because we hold on to that energy. We'll have unhealthy relationships. I I did look into the person that molested me, and he was molested by somebody, and or both of them were molested by somebody. And when I look into my family bloodline, they had been molested. And so what I'm trying to say is, if I don't remove and let go of those emotions, um, the pain in my stomach would still be here. So I had to tell my mom, and the pain. So I had pain and pressure on my throat. I never got to. I was afraid to speak. So I'm able to talk now. I had a long talk with my mom just a couple days ago, and it's because that's what my inner child wanted to do. I wanted a closer relationship with my mom because I felt very distant from her. And that being molested and losing myself, I stopped loving myself from the time I was molested, and I stopped loving my mom. It was almost like I didn't function a lot of my life. And I had this lump in my throat. The lump is gone. I feel like a weight has been lifted up. So now the other thing is, that I had my implants removed. A lot of the pressure was underneath those implants. Removing those implants has helped me to let go of the emotions, and the implants were kind of trapping me in there. I couldn't get out. And I think that's why I was so uncomfortable with the implants. I felt something was holding me back. So I'm bringing this to your attention. We will see how my stomach does. I've been working on this for 4 months, but really seriously on the molestation in the last 2 weeks. And a lot is going on. And then I'm going to see my doctor on Monday, who's a kinesiologist, who I'm curious to see if he finds anything else. He also works with the muscle testing, which is kinesiologist, and can detect if anything else needs to be removed. So if you're not in tune to your own body, look for a kinesiologist, because they can get in tune with the body and the emotions. But also subscribe to me, and I'll be doing a lot more exercises because now I'm feeling a lot better. You could also go on my Facebook group. It's myjourneytochange.com. you can go there and get on my group. But I just wanted to share with you what's been going on with my stomach. And I'll come back and let you know how I feel. Okay, so today is the 11th. It's March 11th. And stay tuned and I'll tell you how that is. Hopefully I have that flat stomach soon. If not, you know what? I've accepted myself for who I am and I feel so much better. If you look at some of my other videos, you can see I go up and down, and I had to let those emotions go. Getting to those emotions is like peeling an onion. It's peeling an onion. And getting to, I've been working on this for over, I guess, a strong 10 years. But every medium, every psychic was telling me it's something deep-seated. And I think I got to it, most of it. I think I'm there. Anyways, thanks for listening. I hope that helps. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. I'll leave my email down below. And I love you guys. Thanks for being here.